Hey, Shalom. For you brothers out there, Shalom. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutation to the 1/3, 144. Pretty much what I wanted to do was do a quick video on Ecclesiastes chapter 12. My name's Ahmad Gabar, by the way. See, what I'm starting to notice, it's 8:30 a.m. right now. Beautiful morning in Phoenix, Arizona, or Miami, or Tucson, or all over the world, wherever you may be. See, the Lord, He got the elect scattered for a reason, because that's how He set it up. You know, Scripture says, "What? Oh, you should be scattered to your own. I'm not alone." So, 12 have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And the Lord, He did it that way because, He doesn't want us all together. Even though some of us met in flesh, some of us met through the Spirit. But the most important thing, at least for me right now, is being prepared mentally and spiritually. I'm not doing anything that it's not doing anything wrong to anybody. Just like you. That's why when you go back to the Hebrews, the Scripture says what? Seek out the knowledge of your ancient forefathers. Seek out the ancient past, because once you understand more about yourself, that's why I read the Bible. I'm a kid that reads the Bible. What do you call it? It unravels itself like an onion. Many layers to it, many dimensions to it, many things to it. And I love doing it, man. I love praising the Lord. I'm not some people to go to this, some people to do this, some people to gather. The Scripture says, we gather in spirit and in truth. That's why the Gentiles, I believe, will make it, because they'll make it in with Israel. See, you got to read the Scripture. All the disciples, from the old to the new, kings, prophets, they were all doing one thing, which is glorifying the Lord, man. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're set to do. Everybody got their talent, everybody got their portion, everybody got their proposition and their lot that they're supposed to do. So, anyways, I'm gonna read this real quick. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 11, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Cast your bread on the waters." So this is, Ecclesiastes is a book of wisdom, book of Proverbs, book of understandings, books of things that we learn from our ancient forefathers, man. Because we've been here before, we're back here again. So it says, "Cast your bread on the waters." All right, this is one of the wise teachings of Solomon. Okay, or like one of the brothers says, Machiavelli. Ecclesiastes 11. It says, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for that's to find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil should be upon the earth." So pretty much for me right now, I'm not anything special. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. But my name's Ahmad Gabar. But at the same time, I understand the Lord is not drawing back His hand. Evil is just going to increase upon the earth, man. And pretty much all these books that's written is written so we can read them and understand the times we're living in. It's a post-apocalyptic society. With the clouds before the rain, they empty themselves upon the earth, and the trees fall towards the south or towards the north, the place where the tree falleth there shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. So, Scripture says, prophesy to the wind. That's what we're doing. We're prophesying to the wind. We're blowing this song throughout the four corners of the earth. So nobody can say they didn't have no excuse. If you go on YouTube, there's many videos on YouTube. Anything you watch is all on YouTube. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child. Hey, go sit down. Go sit down. Even so, thou knowest not the works of God who makes all. So there's deeper things that I'm finding out, even about the Hebrews himself. If we read the Scriptures, man, we have different. You know what I think it is? I think we have different bodies, catalyzed to the different times of being here. You know, like that anime, Attack on Titan. You see what I'm saying? But it's a good anime though, because when you look at the bodies, right, of these different apes, of these different enemies, please don't think carnal, man. You're just carnal for no reason. Just looking for something to carnalize your carnal desires any fucking ways, man. Bye bye. Um, it shows the different bodies of those beasts. Pretty much that was breaking down the walls of Jericho, and that's pretty much what we're doing, breaking down the spiritual walls of Jericho. This is about glorifying the Lord. This pastors, priests. Exactly. Exactly. Truly light is sweet and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. So what did the Lord say about the sun and the moon? As long as the sun and the moon stand, if you will not do away with Israel. So, I mean, look, perfect. Look at that. It's an enemy. Go watch the enemy. It's an enemy. Stop thinking carnally with your fucking carnal minds, man. Go watch the enemy. Don't think about anything over here. Don't think about anything that has to do with me. I don't have anything to do with any of you. Okay? Go watch the enemy. Attack on Titan. It's the enemy. Just like Naruto, just like fucking, just like everything. And turn this around because they're watching this intently for some whatever reason. They're gaping with their weird eyes. They're doing weird things with their gaping eyes. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that comes is vanity. So what did Solomon understand? Please, stop, man. Stop your nonsense that you run in with your darkness. There you go. It's an enemy. I could play the enemy right now. Attack on Titan, so I could show you, brothers. Please, I'm not doing it for any of you, man. Stop putting things in your own weird minds. Attack on. It's an enemy. This is backpack. It says that. Look at that. Here we go. So if you look at these different animes, right? They show you different things of men. Well, different things of that nation, because a lot of, Moab and Ammon, they know certain things about the Shemites. They know that we're a little different. What happened when Noah came out of the ark? He had Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now, Japheth's going to dwell in the tents of Ham. The tents of Shem. Every nation got their authority. Every nation got their power. But ultimately, it went to Shem, which are the so-called Negroes, man. Latinos and Native Americans, man, the 12 tribes of Israel. Even people going to look like different nations. They're going to look like, white, black, whatever. But they're going to be Israelites in the spirit. So it's all about the spirit. That's why I tell my people, hey, read the scripture. I'm not anybody important that you don't also want to know. I'm nobody important. I'm just a kid in the desert. It's like everybody else. But, hold on, my bad. Let me go back to this right here. Ecclesiastes chapter 11. It says, rejoice, O man, in thy youth, and let thy heart charity in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thy heart, and the sight of thy eyes, but know that thou, for all these things the Lord will bring thee into judgment. Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh. What the hell are you, man? Why are you looking over here? For some reason. For childhood and youth are vanity. Let me keep on reading this right here. Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 9. Purpose of the preacher. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yet he gave good heed and sought out and set in order many proverbs. The preacher sought out many acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even the words of truth. The words of the wise are as golds, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books, for there is no end. And much study is a weariness of the flesh. So I'm pretty much tired. These past few months I've been reading a whole lot of books. Got me worn out in the flesh, man. Once you start diving into these books and these higher knowledge of things going on, please stop using that weird shit that I just said. Just quantize your own weird imagination, man. Stop. As they put it right there anyways. them. Stop. Yo, look at something else. Let us hear the conclusion. And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There was no end. Stop, man. Not important. Why you keep looking over here? Look somewhere else. Not important. Okay. I don't like attention, man. I don't like that shit. One shepherd. And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end, and one studies the wordness of the flesh. Let us hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So, why do we love each other according to the new covenant? Why do we speak this word with boldness and understanding the severity of the things that we say and the things that we do? Because this book is a two-edged sword. You know, if you're I'm gonna say it like this: if you're not well, faith in these last days is important. If you're not having faith, then what's going to happen is the truth is going to continue to steamroll the lies. It's going to continue to prevail. That's what the truth is going to continue to do. See? And that's what's happening, man. For God shall bring every work into judgment and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Perfect. Let me see. And that's pretty much all I wanted to read. Ecclesiastes. Let me see if I got one more. Whatsoever thy hand find to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. Stop, man. I return this all under the sun. Please. Everybody is something. Everybody goes back to the scriptures. Read the scriptures, man. Stop looking at things I'm looking at and pointing at with your pointy eyes. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that were taking the evil net, as the birds that were caught in the snare. So the sons of men snared in the evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. This wisdom have I seen under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city and a few men within, and there came a great calic or king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. And its listening intensely intensifies. Then said I, wisdom is better. No, what it was finding a poor wise man, and by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered the same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. See? Well, how does the Lord work? He uses the base things of the world to confound the wise. The words of wise men are heard and quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Wisdom is better than the weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. That's right. And Ecclesiastes is pretty much breaking down what was taking place in Solomon. Because we got to remember, man, different kingdoms, Middle Empire, the Babylonian, the Grecian, all these different empires that they had set up. It was all to put the Israelites through hell, to let them experience what wickedness was, so they can experience what righteousness is. Pretty much at this point. And that's why there's going to be a shift of kingdoms and powers and rulership, you see. I don't know how it's going to happen. I know nothing. I'm just reading the Bible. That's all I'm doing. Alright. But anyways, that's going to be it. Pretty much, like I said, the Old Testament is talking about the Alashajah. Alright. The one that delivers, man, pillar of fire by day and pillar of fire by night. And in the New Testament, it's talking about, the new covenant, that love, that virtue, that understanding, that new heart that we have. See, I'm just moving to the spirit. The scripture says prophesy to the wind. That's what I'm doing. I'm like Jesus, see. But as far as the carnal goes, it's good to prepare to know certain things. I was in the Boy Scouts, so I understand certain things. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, different things that we do when we're younger, memories. So, preparing carnally is important. And I think my body's up to par for certain things. Spiritually, it's important as well. I think that's the most important thing. Because That's what's gonna matter the most. Knowing who you are, knowing the times we're in a post-apocalyptic society, man. And so look at each other from their mindsets and view it in a good way. See, because it's gonna play out the way it's gonna play out in any ways. Ecclesiastes 8. See here. Verse 14. 15. Then I committed mirth, because a man has no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be merry, for that shall abide with him of his labor the days of his life, which God giveth him under the sun. When I apply my heart to know wisdom and to see the business that is done upon the earth, for also there is that neither day nor night is he asleep of his eyes. Then I behold all the works of God, that a man cannot find out the work that is come under the sun. Because though a man labor to seek it out, yet he shall not find it. Yet further, though a man think to know it, yet shall he not be able to find it. Exactly. You can't know the mind of the Most High, man. So, it says what? You cannot find out the work that is under the sun. So what's it better for a man to do? Eat and drink and enjoy his labors of his life. That's what's given unto us under the sun, the Adamites, the ones that come from Adam. Okay. Anyways, all praises to the God of the God of Israel, the God of Jeshurun, the God of Enoch, the God of Methuselah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Bible. You know, different books that we read. Praises to him. Shalom to you sincere brothers out there. The Alahims. The Lord said to what? You know, don't bow down and worship me. I'm just like another brother, just like you. Brothers go into it, the seraphim, the teraphim, the nephilim, the different things that they watch and different things that they play. Because it's going to be special and powerful and beautiful. But anyways, all praises to the God of Abraham. They're going to take that, because that's what they're going to take, and they're going to run with that. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutation to the 1/3 and 144. May the 2/3 be destroyed, and with the 1/3 and the 144 endure. I'm out. Shalom.